What's up people, Tasaran here and welcome. Welcome to the World of Warcraft Vanilla on Northdale with our hunter. Now what you're about to see before we actually get cracking with today's proper episode, what you're about to see is a few clips of what I did the other night, which was working towards gaining the Dragon Scale leatherworking skill. Now it's a quest, and what we need is two tough scorpid breastplates, 2 tough scorpid gloves, and 10 worn dragon scales. Now the dragon scales you can get from any of the I believe the elite dragons, the red ones in Dust Swallow, the blue ones in Ashara, and the green ones in the Swamp of Sorrows. Can be quite toughish, so they are elites, and I think around 44 plus. So I ended up getting my 10 worn dragon scales from the auction house, because why the hell not? Now the first thing that you need to do is actually get the recipes. Now I know vendors sell the schematics or recipes, whatever you want to call it, for the breastplates and gloves. So what you need to do is come to here, Tanaris, and slap as many of these nasty smeggers as you can, really. We've actually got a quest, or I've got a quest at the moment where I need to get the bandits and thieves, and very small drop chance of dropping the schematics, but just grind these out as much as you can. Live the dream until they drop. Now I had a couple drop, which I was quite lucky to get, but the others again I got from the auction house, around 40 to 50 silver a piece. You know, I've got plenty of gold, so I thought, why not? Now these rogues are particularly a pain in the arse, so they are higher level. With the death of Kiki, we're struggling here. Really struggling. Now because I've done this the other night, the commentary that I'm doing right now, as you can probably tell, isn't 100% live at all. I'm actually just adding this on while I'm doing the editing for it. But it needs must, you know. At the end of the day, I do enjoy gaming, and because obviously we're waiting for the classic, it's not really worth me wasting any time on another class or anything. So what I tend to do is stuff like professions and grinding I've been doing sort of during the evenings. Yeah, we got ganked. Thanks, no beta access, for putting your orc balls in my mouth. Vile person, you. Anyway, moving on. So what we need to carry on with this is obviously the scorpid scales to make everything. So whenever you can, slap a scorpid, just kick him straight in the teeth. Now the match that you end up needing to make the 2 breastplates and the 2 gloves is altogether 40 scorpid scales, 36 thick leather, which piece of piss, 12 silken thread. So yeah, it's going to take a fair bit of grinding, but it's all good. Now you'll be level 45, 46 I think, once you've managed, you know, that's the sort of level requirement you're looking at to putting on all of the scorpid scale gear. I do eventually get myself some gloves and boots, which gives me a cracking increase in my agility. So currently, which you'll see a bit later on, my agility is currently 214, which is just stupid amounts, just ridiculous. Right, now this smegger underneath this room, as you can see there, Kiki just bugged. It's one of those going of age, so unfortunately I had to do this with a bit of melee madness, and then to get Kiki to not bug I have to click stay and then click follow to bring him over, and then once he's in melee range I can send him in to do what he does best, which is stick his claws in the face of the enemy. I'm starting to take a fair bit of damage now. But now that one's done, we can move out, get a bit of range, and carry on once again. Lovely jubbly. That's better. Let's see what we're doing now. He is taking a fair bit of damage. But then that's, you know, he's not a tanking pet. He is here to deal out more than anything else. And I've got to admit, I've been taking on some higher level stuff, and Kiki, although does take a few hits if I get more than one mob, but if it's one-on-one, regardless of their level, he tends to do his job and do it well. I'm so happy we've now got Broken Tooth. Easily the best pet. He's just fantastic. So I think we're coming up to the end of this. I can't really see because the screen's very small on the editing software, but 1 or 2 bandits left, maybe? Can't remember. I think I came here when it was 7. I'm sure you'll be able to see easily enough. But the XP, you know, coming in thick and fast. We're now level 42. The talent point that we got from it, I ended up putting on mana efficiency, because that's something that's really sort of killing my DPS at the moment. You know, it's alright as long as Kiki's kicking off, but the mana regeneration is just awful. Since I've focused everything onto agility, I've got no spirit at all. But this dude that's just run up's proper nice. Joined a group with him because he's planning on helping me out and all that. It turned out later on, you know, I'd finished, and as I do, I tend to stay with people until they're done, and he didn't even have the quest, he was just helping me, so we were both helping each other doing absolutely nothing, which is quite funny really. But it was nice to meet somebody else that's on the same page as me, you know. It's a rarity, especially on a server that everyone knows is going to die, so they tend to not worry about keeping their name squeaky clean. And I mean, he lets us know there that that chamois is cool. Not that I'm a ganker anyway, but yeah, nice. So we tend to get a few more thieves. Just waiting for those all-important bandits to show themselves, which I'm sure they will. We just need to show a little bit of patience now and then. If you can hear the pages of my little notebook, I do apologise. I'm just going through what I've wrote down for later on. I write an awful lot of shit, I've got to admit. I'm going through this now and I'm thinking, yeah, I wrote that and I thought it was really important at the time, and it's just junk. Junk. Gotta love a few tails. Not tails, scorpid scales. Scorpid scales, that's what it was. Slapping scorpid scales. Giving them a slap. I find with the multiple pulls at the moment, 2, 3, usually pretty good. Especially when I do want to use the volley. I think I probably could take on more, but then you've got to think about the threat. I mean, there's only 2 and I still ended up pulling one of them. But every little bit helps, because we're going to need those levels. Because my next plan, which I will go into when the episode probably starts, this is not, we are going to get to a point in the video which it is live commentary, don't worry. Now keep an eye on this hunter. I don't know. Is he going to let us live? No, Hunter's Mark, he's being a bitch. He's level 38, this is a joke. This is a proper ganking, but never mind, he must be half asleep because I'm just feigned death. It's not coming on me. What's going on? His health is dropping like a bitch. And boom. He's level 38. I'm pretty sure they said 38. Not 38, 48. It was red. And he failed. Failed miserably. But I think, you know, it's the middle of the night when I was doing this. I think he was probably half asleep, so he didn't send his pet back in at all. But at the time, it made me feel somewhat sort of justified. Anyway, on to Darnassus before we carry on. So this is now after I've got everything, bought the rest of it out of the auction house, lovely jubbly, all sorted. So I had a quest here to go up to Rutherham Village, which later on takes me to the hinterlands, which you'll be seeing in a bit. But on way to Ashara. Now we need to speak to Peter Galen. He's at 3765, which is near where my cursor's heading to at the moment on there. That's 3765 in Ashara. Peter Galen. If you're a hunter, which you probably will be, just stick it on track humanoids. He's the only one there, so you know that as soon as he pops up on the minimap, you'll know that you've found him. And there he is. Lovely jubbly. And unlike last time I had to make a load of stuff and hand it in Feralas, I've actually remembered to bring it all with me.
Need help?
So that's nice.
Light bless you.
And my quest log's full, typical. And just get rid of the Tanaris one because I know they're easy enough to pick up when I am back there. That one will do.
Well met.
Sweet.
Go with honor, friend. Greetings. Be careful.
And there we have it. And say the Worn Dragon scales are cheapest chips at the moment on Northdale, so don't worry about spending hours on each elite dragon. Just get them from the auction house. You'll save yourself so much time, and time is money. Unfortunately, both recipes aren't that ideal for me. The gauntlets, don't even get a point for making them, they're grey. But the chest plate's alright for people who's looking for their resistances. So that should sell. Okay, so that is the dragon scale leatherworking done and dusted. And so I decided to do that sort of in the evenings when I wasn't able to record, because I do like to game, but it's not really worth me starting a new character on this server or leveling any of the others. So the profession is now going to be something that I kind of do on my Todd with the grinding and that. So what is next on our to-do list? Well, I really want the carrot on the stick trinket, which increases our mount speed by 3% that we get from a quest in Zul'Farrak. So that's really what I'm sort of looking at doing. Now, as you can see here, I've got 5 of the quests, one of which is the one with the carrot on the stick. It's that one, Gazrilla. But there's still a couple more quests that we need from here. Which are the chain ones. Now, one of the chain ones I've already done. It was Tabitha's task, and she, you know, we get sent around, speak to her in Dustwallow, and we get that. I can't entirely remember which one it is. Yeah, it's the Tiara of the Deep. Not really anything used for us. Plate stuff, lovely. Yeah, nothing really for us, but I wanted to get all the quests anyway. So the next ones we need is the Screecher Spirits for Yekinya in Steam Weedle Port. This is one of the chains that lead to a Zul'Farrak quest, so we're going to be doing that now, which is why I'm here in Ferolas. Then after we've done that, we need to make our way to the hinterlands, miles away. My hearthstone is iron forged now, so it shouldn't take us too long, but it will be the Witherbark cages. This is the other one that's a chain for Zul'Farrak, and we'll do the troll necklace bounty while we're there. Then at the same time, it would be really cool if we can get a group going for Scarlet Monastery. I'd love to get that done. Now I have got oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I know Spire wants to do it, and hopefully we'll get that done today, but I'm not going to go into there until I'm actually over that side of the planet anyway. And I think that's pretty much it. We got the Favoured Fruit of Elune. There's a quest from Tanaris, took us up to Rothrun, which is where the elves are, and that's given us another quest for Hinterland, so we'll be doing that while we're there as well. Now this is obviously, this is going to go over the course of a couple of episodes. I'm not going to get all this done today, but it's my little sort of to-do list really, because obviously if you're thinking about, oh yeah, what do I want level 60, you know, you're looking at a long road, so I like to break it up and give myself little to-do lists on the way. And then at some point I'd love to go into Maraudon to do this quest. Now I'll pick this up in Desolus, but it gives us another trinket, 2% chance when struck in combat of increasing all stats by 25 for 1 minute. Not overly important for a hunter, but it is a nice trinket, because that's what we're missing. Okay, so let's head over. Now we need to, for this, the feral creatures, there's a good place here for them. They're reasonably higher level, but I'm going to have a sneezing fit and meet you there, and we'll see if we can make a start. Nice. Okay, just off the shore, and we have found our first Rogue Veil Screecher, and it's only level 45. Yeah, 3 levels above me, but definitely doable. Now what we need to do is... what the shit? Use a bit of intimidation there. Is slap these two sweet buggery, and then use his bramble on their corpse. Nice. Oh no! Okay. Take 2. This one's 46. It's going to be even tougher. But as long as he doesn't resist the growl, we should be okay. I'm going to keep it sweet. Oh. I'm really resisting that growl. Okay, yeah, so don't skin them until you've done your duty. Right, so I'm going to do that and then just get that one up. So loot it by all means. Don't skin it. Now the beauty of this is, if somebody else has just killed him, if it's just a random corpse, you can help yourself to that as well. Oh, that's interesting. They still show up on the tracker. Get in there, my son. Go on! Insane. Yeah, that Growler's doing nothing. What growl's he got? Rank 5. He should be on rank 6. You don't have rank 6? resisting everything we throw at it. Nope. Summon the creature. Speak to the creature. You need to speak to them. I think that's something that I've made a mistake on before. Get in there, my son. Go on! Go on, Kiki. Have him. Watch him, watch him, watch him, watch him. Can't use it yet. This increases damage. What does that do? Cannot cast spells. Okay, we can loop this one. Awesome, that is all three. Now, I'm not sure, I can't remember if... Where is it? I can't remember if there's another one we need to do. Because I've got to be honest, if I make my way back to... If I make my way over to the hinterlands, do all these, then hand that in when I come back to Tanaris, because that is inevitably where Zul'Farrak is, and then find out I've got another one, and that other one's in the hinterlands, well, it's just going to hurt my feelings quite badly. So I'm going to head to the Steam Weedle port, hand this in and see what happens. Okay, back into Tanaris. I had to make a run for it immediately. There's an undead and a Tauren, I think Shami and Warlock, just camping by the flight path in Tanaris. So if all goes well and we get done here, we're going to have to hearth out. We ain't flying out. They are camping the shit out of it. So I just thought I'd bring you back now rather than once we actually got to the Steam Weedle port, just so there's actually something happening in this episode. I don't want to be too many cuts and flying about, but as you get into the higher levels of vanilla, a lot of it is travelling, unfortunately. I've got some potential skinning here though. I'm not going to turn this down at all. As you can see, I am now rocking the Scorpid gloves for 10 agility and Scorpid boots for 12 agility. Awesome stuff, awesome stuff. I'd love to get fully kitted out. I think we need to be around level 45, 46 before we can wear the last of it. Please leave me alone. Oh, you're only level 44. Priest, so wouldn't have been an easy kill, that's for sure. Leave me alone and you'll live longer. Simple as that, really. Okay, so let's hand this in. That's it. That is all there was. Oh, awesome. Right, okay. Ooh, one more, people, one more. Let's get out of here. And I did make an Iron Forge, I'm sure I did. Because I found going back to Stormwind at the moment is just so out of the way from anywhere I need to be. It's just ridiculous. This is nice and close to Hinterlands, and it's also nice and close to Menethil Harbour to get over to Kalimdor. So Stormwind, it's only really if you want to go to Booty Bay and then go to Ratcharoo to Kalimdor. Other than that, don't really need to be there until I start working in Searing Gorge. Then I'll probably make it Stormwind again. Nice, 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 nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, hinterlands, and it's definitely all I need to do, isn't it? So we've got the 3 quests to do there. It is higher level, but finally get to questing the hinterlands, which is what I'm waiting for. The Skull Rock cleanup I probably won't do just yet. They are quite tough, those oozes. As and when. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so one last cut, and then we'll get on to full load of questing. I'll see you in a sec. Okay, here we are. Finally, we're going to get on to some proper hardcore questing for a let's play like we should be. I've missed doing this. Right, so I'm going to slap whatever I can. I mean, we are low level for hinterlands. There's no two ways about it. We are. So I'm going to take it easy, nice and slow. I've topped up on arrows, juice, and meat for the dog and all that. I've seen a feather. I'm going to go and make sure that these is the type that I'm after. Yes, that's good. That means we don't have to actually kill any of the wildkins, which is good, excuse me, because they are tough. There's another one there. But these are a nice level. They don't give you shit. But it would probably look nice, you know, if you wanted to tame one of these and give it those all important claw, bite, furious, howl, growl, dash, whatever else. I don't think dogs can have dash, actually. I think that's cats only. But either way, someone's pulled that one, so we are now free. Although it is a horde. Well, it's level 39. So no real need to get involved unless he really wants to. He's got an awful pet. He doesn't want to mess with us today. That's for sure. Now, I'm not entirely clued up as to the exact location of the cages. I've got an idea. But I am going to be relying heavily on our PF quest thing location, love it, that we have on our map. And I'm just going to get this last feather. So as you can see here, it's showing up all the trolls for the bounty. These are the spawn points for the feathers. There's a lot here, but once we've got the troll necklaces sorted out, I'm even going to fucking sneeze again. Most of the cuts, I've got to be honest, most of the cuts of the day, for today is going to be health reasons. So please bear with me. Now these have, I think that was a 20% drop rate, which is awful. But they look suspiciously like cages here. So let's try these. Nice, okay, that's the first and second. There was used to be, there was like a quest for like a bottle or something. I don't know whether or not we... can't remember. I think the third cage is actually a different camp. See another feather there in the distance, and we've got a few corpses. Hopefully we can get there before they respawn. I didn't realise you could skin owl beasts. But these are of a very doable... oh no. Let's just see if we can get to this one before this other dude. Skin in the works. Oh, go for this one first. Did not see that there. So it'd be nice to clear the map of the trolls, so I can actually see where the third cage is. But with a 20% drop chance, it's not going to be easy. I'm going to use a distracting shot just to get it down here. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. Do it that way then. Get in there. Tanaris is under attack still. That'll be those gankers that was camping out the flight path. Probably easier just slap trolls. Ooh, nice. Hide Skinner. So I can't see anything there that's a different colour. Sadis. That's green sludges. I'm pretty sure it's here. Starting to rain, lovely. I like questing in the rain. Level 44, we're going to do it though. Looks like someone's having a bad time. I've seen a few groups for Scarlet Monastery, mainly looking for, you know, tanks, healers. But a lot of the ones that I've seen have only been particularly graveyard or the armory. Now I do need the armory, but I do need the cathedral as well. I'm happy to do a full run if that's what's needed. Anything really to give me the levels. You see, once I've done here, then the last thing for me to do is the Mallet of Zul'Farrak. Now I've got the Sacred Mallet, which is from the elite up here. Not more you do. It's the one that begins with Q. The other elite that's up here. And then you need to take the mallet to the altar at the top of Jintha Allure, which is tough. And turn it into the Mallet of Zul'Farrak. Now we will need a group. It's going to be tough, but that's why I'm making it like the last thing to do, which is why I did the Screeches before coming back to the hinterlands. Now I'm hoping the last cage is in here. Still only got the 2 necklaces. We've got a wild vine. Some feathers. That's pretty much it. There's a 3rd cage. Beautiful. Okay, we'll go the long way around. I see no real sense in taking a risk of going straight through the middle of this place. I'm still going to kill as many trolls as I can, because obviously I need to for the necklaces, but the necklaces is a quest I'm doing on the side. It's not by any means a priority. You know, once I'm in Jinthra lore, I'm going to get plenty of opportunity to get the other. Necklaces. I thought he did. Let's make them a bit tougher. Focusing heavily on the wolf, because that is the level 44. And then by all means sort that out. Give it a multi-shot. And I'm out of mana, so I can't do volley. Nicely done. And I believe a drink is in order. Okay, I've also taken a plus 12 spirit and stamina food buff, because why not? Got a warlock coming over, but it is a friendly. Nice. This is where things get interesting. Be awesome if I can finish the necklace, say, because I'm going to need the levels to be able to do Zul'Farrak anyway, so I am accepting any and all XP. Okay, I'm going to need you to kick off a little bit now. Safe to loot this, I think. Nice, and this is the last cage. That's fantastic. Okay, so do we see any feathers around? There's one. I'm going to make picking it up a priority, because that's how I roll. Getting a lot of misses. Okay, these don't drop feathers at all. strange. They're kind of covered in them. Nice, getting it done. So going through the middle here looks like really the best place for these feathers, so I'm going to do that. There's still plenty of trolls about, so again, not worried. That was close, that wolf's spawned right on me. I'm just level 48. They're going to they're not going to play nice. Yeah, I can see there's 2 feathers straight away. Try and stay out of view as much as possible. Anytime I pick up the tender wolf meat, it's brilliant. Although it's now green to me, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to get them all. Have you? Don't see any more feathers about. Are you absolutely sure it's 20% chance on these things? Oh, Drayton, that's he's in our guild. Beautiful. You could tell the undead was on follow. Was that Kiki levelling up? Training points 11 it was. Right, so let's just sort these out. So you can see I've got the rank 1 in all the resistances but arcane. I'm wondering whether or not I'm going to hold off and see if I do have a rank 6 available to me. I was in, because I levelled up, as you saw in Darnassus. It's okay, the orc went by. Couldn't find a pet trainer. There's got to be one there somewhere. See a stable master, but no pet trainer. Yeah, it's only rank 5. Not sure. Okay, sorry about that. Just hay fever going nuts again. Ooh, another feather. So now we just need 2 more of the feathers and 3 more of these rare as rocket or shit troll necklaces. Undead mage. If he's doing just the mage farming, then crack on. By all means, crack on. Awesome. Awesome, that's it for the feathers. Would have been nice to do the troll necklace, but I think we are going to have plenty of time. So I'm just going to finish off this last wolf. And we'll hand in the witherbark cages. And fingers crossed we get the quest for Zul'Farrak. Because that would be swell. The only trouble is that I've kind of... It means I would have achieved everything that I was planning on achieving a hell of a lot quicker than I thought I was going to originally do. Get a bit of volley going because it's always nice. Solid. hand it in. Okay.
No.
Yeah, sorry, I ended up handing it in. 3,900 experience, nothing more, but we do now need to go to the top of a altar of Zal, which is where you get the sacred mallet from. So we could have got it with this regardless. So it looks like we're not quite done yet on the western edge. Okay. This is not going to be easy by any means. Certainly a good idea to do this one last. But let's go for a look. Now so far, touch the old wood. We've been alright for ganking. They've just had it on there on the general. Oh, is it someone saying, oh, is it me or is this place awful, like worse than STV? And I've got to be honest, I've come across a few horde. They've looked at me, they've weighed it up, but so far so good. But that troll's looking a little bit menacing. I've got a 60-road chasing him down. But we'll make our way down there, we'll see what we can do, kill what we can. I think they're level 46, 47. Not the easiest stuff at all. But if they drop necklaces, I'm bang up for it. Now this is it, isn't it? Yeah. Oh. Is it? No, this is Shadra Alor. We'll have that one. Because if we ding before we get up there, that means our aggro range is that little bit smaller, and that'll be really helpful. Not that I can see me dinging. Saying at the moment 1.3 hours, but there's an awful lot of travelling time taken into that. Just go, I think. Just go, go, go. No prob, because it isn't a problem. Helping out is never a problem. He's fine. He's not skinning, so we're going to take advantage. It looks like he's looted his corpse's rugged leather. Beautiful. That's what we're after now. Thick is still very, 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 very usable. But some full-on rugged rather than turning thick into rugged is always better. Please, oh, you prick. The Altar of Zal. It doesn't actually say. Level 46. This is going to be tough. I think the best thing to do is, rather than be an idiot and do like what people do in dungeons and try and skip, just try and fight my way in. Now the only difficulty really with this is depending on how quickly you kill the things, because the last thing you want is for things to start respawning on top of you. So as long as you can actually make progress heading in, it should be okay. Gonna do a multi-shot and trap that bitch. Wow. Okay. Wow. I was expecting the trap to last a little bit longer. I'm going to pop my cooldown. I'm going to put a stun on him because I resisted. Shit. Because I got no mana. Kiki's got no health. This is not gone well. But I did get necklace, and that's 2. I only need 1 more. That's extremely helpful. Kiki's health is the priority. That's another level 47. Shit. Ah, beautiful. Will help you out because helping you is helping me. And look, see, karma. Even though I've got the tag, he's got involved, he's helping us out. That's awesome news. Kill it for fuck's sake. Hi, and that was my last. That was my last. Right, so where do I need to go? I thought there was like a dude on the side, or take it reasonably slow. Have a drink. Have a bath. Okay, he's asking me to follow him. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. Don't know what he's on about. He asked me to follow him and then he pulled loads. And then blaming dynamic respawn. I need to go to the top, mate. Oh, blast. Couldn't even finish that off first. Oh my. What quest? What quest do you want? So I think that's going to be the easier way. Sort of, yeah, I could follow you off and help you out and do whatever, but I'm not doing quests. I was just farming. As long as he's not assuming it's the necklaces, because he would have seen me pick one up. See what it is I actually have to do. Sharpbeak was not at the Witherbark Trolls. Perhaps the Vilebranch Trolls took him. Go to the Altar of Zal on the western edge of Vilebranch territory and search for the Griffin Child. Well, I'm going directly into combat. This feeding the pet rubbish isn't doing anything. Plate, lovely. Don't worry about the total lack of fucking mana though. And he's dead again. Helpful but bossy. Okay, use the last fish on the pet. Okay, he's gone without me being able to say thank you. Cool, thank you, mate. We'll continue to help this dude though, because he clearly still wants it. We're hammering it down. Hammering it down. I mean, he's level 46, but that was just nice. Okay, so now we need to get out of here. Come. I've got it. Oh, I've got it right there, Sacred Mallet. Thank you. So we just let him run through. Pull them all, and then we'll bolt behind him. And we said thank you, so we can leave. Nice. We'll take on this last one. Okay, so have we pretty much done everything we needed to do? Oh, Rizal. We've even got the bounty. So yeah, it's just Scarlet Monastery left. Not entirely convinced if I'm going to get that done now. I think it's probably going to be a video on its own. So let's head back, do some handing in. And see how much closer we get to dinging. Oh, check it out, look. See, it completely emptied all of it. Users are still high level for us, so I'm gonna hold back on doing the uses. Once I'm confident enough that I can actually make my way down into the cave and like pull all of them, then yeah, great, I will crack on with that. But at the moment, this place is still relatively tough, and when it comes to just basic questing, I've got a few that I want to do in Feralas, which will be my main bulk. Same as Tanaris. I'll probably do it in Tanaris, to be honest. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll sort of grind out levels as much as I can around here. Get into Scarlet Monastery, get that done, get it out of the way, make it so I never have to see it again. None of the quest items are even that brilliant for me, to be honest with you, because of the 12 attack power that I've got on my crawl bar and the, is it 5 or 7 agility? 5 agility on the Daring Dirk. So none of the weapons from the Scarlet Monastery quest are actually any good. Ooh. Makes that a bit clearer. Oh, gonna skin a razorbeak. So the favoured of a loon back at Rutherham Village. That'll be a while before we go there, I think. You get gold 35 out of it though. As long as I've got no sort of leftover quests once I get to Searing Gorge, because once I do finally get to Searing Gorge and do all those quests, the Blackrock Depths and Blackrock Spire quests then pretty much take up all of your quest log for the rest of your life, which I like. I do like.
How are you?
Sharpbreek's Feather to Thaddeus. Blasted Lands.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Okay, we've got to go to the Blasted Lands. Fair enough. Okay, we're in the Blasted Lands, Neverguard Keep. Hopefully this will be the sort of last part. There's been so many cuts to this, mainly because of my hay fever, but I just do apologise for that. It's a very scatty episode, but I've got to admit, we've actually got quite a bit done. A hell of a lot more than I was expecting to in one episode, if I'm brutally honest. Those quests are a hell of a lot easier than I thought. Originally when I planned to do it, I thought, right, they're going to be like level 46 odd, just like they were at the Altar of Zal. We're going to struggle, but everything else was actually rather easy.
My attention.
Necrum's Medallion. Oh yes. As you can see, my ping has gone through the roof for some reason, but I think it's our internet, so I'm quite glad that's done. And look at that. Look at that. 7 quests for Zul'Farrak. That is insanity. Now all we need is enough levels to actually go there. So it's level 44 plus. Very close to 43. If we get a decent guild group, it won't matter what level I am, which would be nice. But we've also got the Scarlet Monastery to get done, which I do plan on doing ASAP. So hopefully that'll be the next one. So thanks an awful lot for watching. Sorry once again it was very scattered, but can't be helped. But let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you all in the next one.